Hello. How are y'all? Okay. Here we go. How are y'all doing tonight? Hopefully y'all are doing well. How can I get that unpinned? Can I do that? No. I'm gonna have to fix that. Hey y'all. All right. Tonight we're gonna make, oh, and I did change what we're making tonight. We're making Easter. I got in Stephanie's Wreath of the Month kit, and I saw this mesh, and I completely changed my mind because I was like, oh, I want to play with that. Look at this. It's basket weave mesh. How cool is that? Look at that. Look. I mean, that's just fun. So we're doing this. We're doing this. Okay. So this is the sign. See, it says Happy Easter. I'm sorry. Once I saw that mesh, it was a done deal. Okay, so it has this jute mesh that has silver in it. And so what we're going to do is similar to last night, but not exactly. This is really pretty. It's white and it has this silver in it. It has a purple base. And it has these florals. This is really cute. So this is her Wreath of the Month kit, which she does. It is less than her other wreath kits. I think she charges $52, but here. So that's the floral. It's a pretty big floral, actually. But this is what made me sing. I was just like, I want to play with that. It's the poly burlap. It's basket weave. And y'all, I cut one accidentally too short, so I have a short piece, but won't matter. You won't even be able to tell. And then it's this red velvet with the silver glitter. And then this that has the pink, purple, and green, like in the florals on the side. So that's what we're doing. And my boys are playing. So if you hear them yelling in the background, they're just having fun. They're just like playing their games and having their fun. Okay. So, I know, I'm so excited about this mesh. I was just like, we're playing with that because I had to. That just made me excited. So I thought what we would do is when we do our poofs this time, we're going to do 3 rows. Okay? Because we want to do 3 rows because now the 20-inch, the 10-inch mesh does not, you know, fill as much as the 20 or 21-inch mesh. So we're going to do a 3rd row today. Because this mesh won't cover a lot, right? Because it has those little window panes in it. So we're going to compensate for that. I do too. I love that mesh. It's just fun. We're going to compensate for that by doing a 3rd row. Okay. So, we're going to take our zip tie. We're going to start it just like we always do, right before a tie. We're going to take our mesh. We're just going to gather it at the end, like that. And then I'm going to zip tie it down. And it'll seem like we used that tie, but we didn't. I love that mesh too. I'm so excited. I got so excited when I saw that. I was like, snap. There we go. Okay. All right. So, it's really easy. Oh, yeah. You can make really cute flower wreaths with these for sure. So we're going to go over 1, over 2, and back 1. Huh, I don't know why she's late. Okay, and then spread it out. Okay, then we'll go 1, 2, and back. We'll do this. 1, 2, then back. Oh, how cool. You can't, wait, what can't you get to? Yeah, Z's in detention. She told me earlier she was going to put me in detention. Now she's in detention. If you're looking for my signs, you need to go to RCL Signs and More. That's who has my signs. Well, actually, several people have my signs. But the only place that's going to have my new signs will be RCL Signs and More. It is in the description. And this is Stephanie's Wreath of the Month kit. Oh, and on TikTok, I changed my bio, so now you should see all the stuff. It is purple, my favorite color. Yes, it is. 2, and back. I don't know where she is. That's not like her. Yeah, you did. I'm glad you caught me live. Okay. Okay, over, then back. All right, so we're about done. So this is jute mesh. So you can see it's a little bit thicker, right? One of my favorite meshes. Okay. Although I really do like that wide striped mesh. I'm hoping somebody's going to carry that so I can get some. Okay, stop doing that. All right, so I got all the way around. See, you can't tell where I started and where I stopped because we did that zip tie trick. So we're going to go up and as close to that next tie as we can. Tie it down. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It's also in the description. If you look in the description, there is a link for the comb and the thing. I might have to text C and see what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm just pulling the ties out. I'm pulling the bottom ones down a little bit just so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got a text, so hold on. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right, I text her. Okay, so 1, 2, making sure you're keeping that, you know, those rough edges, making sure you're keeping those tucked under. That's it. Yep, Susie's recent things. Okay. Right there. Can y'all hear him? You don't? It should be in there. But if you look up online, if you just look up RCL Signs and More, it should pop right up. There we go. Alrighty. So how are y'all tonight? Yeah, it is just RCL Signs and More. That's what it is. And I just put some new ones, or sent them some new ones to list. I don't know if they have them listed yet, but I sent them some earlier. Oh, okay. She was having problems. There she is. They were saying you were going to get detention, girl. Okay, somebody needs the link for the the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool and the comb, and someone needs a link for the RCL signs and more. Okay, there we go. I am going to use other people's signs too, though, because we like to spread the love, don't we? I don't know what they're doing. Oh, they might be playing that. They've been playing this VR game. They might be playing that. Yep. That's so funny. Okay. So, 1, 2. So there's where our tie was, right? That we didn't use. So we're going to use it now. Okay. So we got the poof on, but now we're going to use that second. But look how good it looks with the jute. So you see how much thicker that jute mesh is? See, you really can't see through very well, right? So the quality of your mesh, especially when you're doing poofs, is going to make a difference. All right, so now we're going to go across, and we're going to use the ties on the top, and we're going to do another poof and just kind of pull it out in the middle. So all I'm doing is going across, making a little poof. I only want to do a poof from here to here. Okay, pull it out in the middle. Okay, so we're going to do this all the way around. And what that's going to do is that's going to cover the middle so you can't see anything. So if you were ever going to do a poof wreath with just 10-inch mesh, this is how you would want to do it. Then you're not going to see any of that frame, okay? Also, if you have thinner mesh, this is a good way to do it. It just really helps because it gives you that extra layer, which covers anything in between the top and the bottom layer. So, okay. So just right across here. You don't need a big one. You just want it to go across this poof here. Yep, swaddling. You see how well that covers? And you'll know when you get back to where you started, because you'll have that third row. And I like to do this with these type of ties because these ties are longer. So you can go in several times without having to untie it and retie it. I find the untying and retying to be aggravating. So I tend to like these longer, thinner ties for that reason. Because I don't want to have to untie and retie, and I find that aggravating. So here's where we started. So we're just going to do this last one here. Okay. Tie it off. Okay. Now I can trim it off. And I have about this much mesh left. I'm not going to use this. Okay. So I'll just set it aside. I'm going to take this piece. Zip tie it down just to keep it out of the way. I do too. I like this lavender frame. It's pretty. Oh no, Rita, that's terrible. There. Okay. I wish I had left those wreaths I made in my design group up here. I'll have to take pictures and show y'all. Okay. So we got the basic done. See how nice that covers that frame? Look at that. Can you see the frame? You can't see it, see? Alright. I cut these at 20 inches and I want to do Woodland Ruffles today. And we're going to alternate. The bottom ribbons are going to be 13 inches. So, all of that. Okay. Alright, so we'll just take it. Let's just move this one. Move it. That way I have a little bit more room. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple curls like that. Then I'll just put it in my little tool. Go straight up. Okay, do a couple curls here. And then push it in. This time we want it to go up like this. Grab. Now this is velvet ribbon. Have y'all worked with velvet ribbon any? This is basket weave poly burlap. That's what this is. This whole thing came from Festive Creations by Stephanie. If you look in my bio, there's a link for her shop. Hey Peggy! It's at Festive Creations by Stephanie. Peggy, look what I got. Look. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. How are you feeling? Alright, so we're just going to tie this in. Trim it off. Spread it out. Oh, how fun is that? And then, oh, that's so cute. I like it. So velvet ribbon is different, okay? So it's a lot thicker. It's a lot thicker. So it's not something that you can't use. It's actually a really good ribbon to get used to because I will tell you, if you're ever going to make Christmas bows, people love their red velvet. Love, 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 love. And the trick to red velvet is just to take your time. Now, just putting it in here for ties, it's no big deal. It's easy. It's just going to be like the other ribbon. When you do it in a bow, it is a little bit different just because it is thicker. But if you would have trouble, that's when you would pull out your zip tie tool and let it work for you. Oh, that's good. Oh, Peggy, they called from the oncologist and they're going to do infusion therapy for Mom to help with the red blood cell issue. And they told me what it was called, but Lord, I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But it's not leukemia. Thank God. Have you heard anything about your test yet? Hey, Johnny. Yeah, this is going to be pretty. Alrighty. So in my design group, we actually took one of Deco Exchange's supply boxes and we made 2 wreaths out of it. And they turned out so pretty. My mom said, why don't you just go hang those in the kitchen? Okay. So that's where they are. I'll have to take pictures. But it was fun. We did 2 of them. Oh yeah. She wants the link for the RCL signs and more. And then we have Shore Life Creation. They also have our signs. And then we'll be using Busy Bees Custom Creations. We'll be using her signs. So those are other good sign makers to check out. All right. She does. It's a bone marrow problem. So she's 90, and her hemoglobin has been steadily going down over like the last 3 or 4 years, or maybe 5 years. And so she didn't want to do the bone marrow testing. So thank goodness they have these new tests out that can tell you if you have a bone marrow problem and if it's a favorable or unfavorable. That if it's unfavorable, they expect it to be leukemia, and then they push you to do the bone marrow. But thankfully, hers was favorable, so they should be able to treat it with like these infusions that help to increase her red blood cells. But it sounds like it's something that she's going to have to do like every 3 weeks, probably forever. That's okay. We can do that. I'm not sure yet. They still haven't told me. We've got to go tomorrow and do some sign up thing for her to get started, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll know her dates. But hers is going to be like every 3 weeks. Are you reading books when you go for your therapy? The mesh is cut at 20 inches. Isn't that cool, mesh? I love this mesh. This is fun. This is just fun. Yeah, I've had to take her for infusions before. They usually take about 2 hours. Yep. So last time they let me go in and sit with her. So I went in and sat with her and we just talked. So she doesn't like going to the doctor, but she likes spending a lot of time with me. So it's like a good, bad thing. Right? So, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's what it is. So her bone marrow doesn't produce enough red blood cells, and so she had a heart problem, and she had to have her aortic valve replaced, and they were hoping that that's what was causing the problem, but unfortunately that wasn't it. So we had to go back and do other testing. Poor mom, she has been tested to death, but hey, at least they're working on getting it. Oh, this is the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool. Z can give you a link if you're on Facebook or TikTok. On TikTok, you can find it in my bio. On Facebook, we'll come back and reply to your comments. Okay, but it's Susie's Recent Things. That's who has them. I'm letting her sell them. So... and they did a great job of replicating my tools. They really did. Okay. And so when I'm pulling it off, so if you look, there's a little notch at the end of it. That just helps to keep it from, you know, coming off while you're working on it. The mesh is cut at 20 inches. So that when you get, you know, all of this done, it's not going to just pop out. So when I'm pulling it out, I am physically just pulling it out pretty well, you know. Like I'm not being shy. You don't want to be shy when you're pulling it out, because it will try to prevent you a little bit. It's not going to hurt the mesh. Just yank it out. Yeah, it's difficult. Her hemoglobin is real low. It's like 8. But her iron is fine. So it's not an iron problem. It's a red blood cell problem. I tell y'all, getting older is not for the weak of heart. It's not an iron infusion. I don't really know exactly where it is. So this comes from Festive Creations by Stephanie. Hey. The wreath form also came from Festive Creations by Stephanie. I'll have to start putting the links in Facebook too. I'll work on that so y'all have them. I know this mesh is so pretty. Now y'all see why I decided at the last minute I was changing what I was doing. I'm like, oh no, this is what we're doing. And it has purple. It has purple. I have to do purple. Yeah, if you look in my bio and you look for something that says shop and then it says Deco mesh tool, comb, and the mesh roller, it's that link. That's the link you need. Yep. RCL has some of the Deco mesh tool, but they don't have the comb. And they're only going to have the Deco mesh tool until they run out. So they won't have them forever. Although I am trying to talk them into carrying the metal hole punches. Yeah, I love this thing. I invented it because I have fibromyalgia. My hands hurt. And so it really helps my hands a lot. So my brother got my dad and my mom this hand massager thing for Christmas. I thought, oh, I'm going to go down there and see what that's like. That thing about squeezed my hand in half. I was thinking, yeah, I don't think this is such a great thing. I was afraid it was going to crush my hand. The white mesh is, it is burlap. No, it's jute mesh. Let me see if I see that bag it was in. Well, I don't know if it was on the bag. It was jute for sure. Well, I don't see the bag. But it was jute. It's jute mesh with the silver stripe in it. Ooh, I will ask. That's a really good question. I wonder. That is a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. I bet that's possible. Well, she does take, I don't think she takes, I don't know if she takes Claritin. Yeah, these things are the bomb. I love this thing. So this is the one that she designed. The one I designed is almost exactly the same. So you can see, this is the one I designed. This is the one she designed. So see, they're the same. So if you were worried they were going to be different, they're not. They're the same. Peggy's daughter is in remission. Isn't that exciting? Thank God, she is way too young to be dealing with cancer. Gosh. I will definitely ask that. We'll ask, I'll call and ask the nurse. Because that's a good thing to know ahead of time. Oh, I'm going to get her some Claritin. So I closed the warehouse. I stopped selling supplies because I need to stay at home. I just need to be here. Mom's just got a lot of stuff going on. She's going to have constant doctor's appointments. And so I just need to be here. I can't run a warehouse and be here at the same time. So I'm still going to go live and stuff. Oh, look how pretty. I just won't sell the supplies myself. But I'll tell y'all where to get them. And try to find places to get really good, you know. And it'll be fun because we'll be able to do other stuff. Right? And I'll be able to help other makers, which I also like. So. There we go. We're going to do 12-inch for the top. So let's cut those. Okay. So we just need 4 of each. I just want to do the top a little bit smaller because if I do it a little bit smaller, then it won't interfere with the sign. So I'm just going to do 12 inches. I like to do both my ribbons at the same time. This is the comb. This is the other tool we created. She has this one too. So I need 4 of each. So that's 4 right there. Okay. It is awesome, isn't it? I'm so happy for her daughter because she is way too young to be dealing with all that. I mean, not that it's ever a good thing, but when you're young and you haven't even had a chance to really do anything with your life, that's just no. No, no. Okay. So there we go. So this does 10 inches through 14. So 14 is the top. Poor Susie. I sent it to them at their busy time. And then I was like, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? I feel bad. I was kind of pestering them, but they did get it. So, I know, I love the ribbons. I did, yes. So what we're doing tonight is we're doing woodland ruffles, or sometimes people call them ruffles. So what it is a couple of curls, and then you do the ruffle and you put it up. So when we did the ruffle last night, we just tucked it under and we did it down like that. So that's what the difference is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was getting to where I would come home and my hands would just ache. Oh, and there's nothing worse than your hands aching. They don't hurt at all now. And sometimes I'll do, you know, 3 or 4 wreaths in a day and they still don't hurt, so I'm happy. I've actually had this idea for a long time, but it just worked out that I was able to do it. I will tell y'all, the only thing that was sad about giving up my warehouse was not having my employees. I miss them something terrible, but I still talk to them. Emily, we've seen Emily and we've seen Megan, so I miss them. That's hard. But the rest of it is really not that bad. I did do a 3rd row. I did. I sure did. I know it's sad I don't have the kids. But trying to run that business and take care of mom and dad and the boys, it was just too much. It was just too hard. It was just a lot. So, yeah. But I'm not going anywhere. I actually plan on doing more. Now that I've finally kind of gotten into a routine a little bit settled, I can start doing more. I'm going to do some recorded stuff. Oh, see, I'll tell you what, I take Tylenol PM, like a half of a Tylenol PM at night, and I don't wake up with pain anymore. I used to wake up with my shoulders hurting and my neck hurting and stuff from the fibromyalgia. I don't anymore. That Tylenol stuff, this good stuff. Okay, so I spread them out up here. Look how cute. I love that little purple. Okay. Yeah, you have to put your family first, because that's what you have, right? And when I asked my parents to move in, I knew what I was doing. I knew the responsibility I was taking on, and that's very important to me. And these are the people who brought me in the world. I am certainly going to take care of them. Well, regular Tylenol does nothing for me, but Tylenol PM helps me a lot. I am putting the ruffles on top. Well, they're woodland ruffles, ruffles, whatever you want to call them. Can you see? See it? They're up there. I put the third row of mesh in the top ties, so I only do 8. If you did it in the bottom ties, you would end up with doing 10. And I think it really works a lot better if you do the 8 and then it just covers the middle where you need it. Yeah. Yeah, I have to do the Tylenol with something, not just Tylenol. Tylenol itself is like spitting in the wind, but like Tylenol arthritis or Tylenol PM or things like that, those work. Yeah, they do. They check my levels because I'm on other medicines. So I'm good. I don't have any problems, thankfully. Yeah, if you look in my bio and look for Deco Mesh Tool, there's a link to where to get this. Yeah, I will. I only take a half of one, and my doctor knows I take it. It was either going to be that or it was going to be sleeping pills. I really didn't want to take sleeping pills. So, and I won't take, I won't take gabapentin or anything else. I don't take pain pills unless I'm like in dire straits. So, it's a basket weave, an open weave. It's cool, right? I like it. I wish this would stay up. Oh, I think that's awesome. I lived in Virginia Beach for a couple years. That is a great place to live. I loved living there. Yeah, Motrin is my friend too. It's really pretty. See how light lavender that is? Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. What are we on? We're on this one. I don't do ruffles on the third layer just because you don't really need them. The third layer, all the third layer does is it covers what's in the middle so that you can't see through the frame. That's all it does. It's not really, like technically it's not really a third level. It's just, you're just putting mesh down the middle. That's really good that your liver's good because that's where you want to start from, right? Okay. Yeah. Sorry if that was confusing. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 left, yes. I cut one of these too long, so I cut one too short. But it'll be okay. You won't be able to tell. Oh, this thing? This is for measuring ribbon tails. So see, it has like 10 inch, 11, 12, 13, and the top is 14. And then this, all this does is help you to get the ruffle together. And I like to use it, 1, because it saves my hands, and 2, I can go ahead and put my ribbon in there and put it in together. Oh, I like purple for Easter too. Easter has really pretty colors, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, the one I'm using now. So that's what it looks like. So what I do is I put the mesh in through here, and then I kind of push the mesh so that it'll stand up and I can put the ribbons on top. What it does is you kind of push it through like this, and then you just use it to gather the mesh. So usually when you're doing ruffles, you're kind of pulling it like this, and that's what makes your hands hurt. With this tool, you put your thumbs at the back and you push with your thumb. So you're actually pushing the tool forward and not using your hands. Z can give you the link. So Dad is going to the center every day, and then he comes home and does the regular stuff, but he's going to help me clean up the garage and clean up my storage unit. And then, I don't know, we're going to make some wood stuff, and that'll help keep them busy. Not without me, though. I'm not, that's why all of our saws are in the storage unit, because I don't want Dad to decide he's going to cut something and I'm sleeping or something and I don't hear it. So they're in the storage unit. Why doesn't it measure 6 inches long? We just didn't put that on there. That's all. I didn't really need the tool for this one. Let's just put it. This is the one I cut short. You won't be able to tell though, not once I get everything on here. I could tell them to put that on there. Y'all want it to have other measurements on it? I think I did give her a prototype we had been working on that has like 6 and 8 on it. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love that bright purple against the lavender. That's pretty. Okay, then we have this sign. So see, you have the gray from the bunny. I have her beanbag. I have to move some stuff out back here to bring her beanbag in, but she's right here. She's on the bench. Aren't you, baby? Yes. Y'all can't see, but she's here. So that's my dog. She goes wherever I go, so. Okay. What was I doing? Getting my hole punch. Where is my hole punch? Here it is. Okay. Oh, and let me get my glue going here. Okay. All right. It's really cute. I have Easter signs I'm working on. That'll be fun. There. Okay. So I got 26 gauge wire. Sassy is doing so good. She looks good. Her head still kind of leans over sometimes, but not a lot. She can come upstairs now and go back down, and she's looking really good. She's doing really well. The only thing she hasn't been able to do is get back on the bed, so we actually got her some stairs, and I'm gonna, the pink arrangement in the back. Oh. That's it. I made it in my design group. I was showing them, this is plastic ribbon. I just was showing them how to use it because I thought it was fun. I like looking for stuff that's a little different. Okay. So now we'll put this in here. Let's get our little weaving needle. Oh, that's one thing. Yes, I am going to do tutorials on making signs. I actually have a big course too, but I am going to do some videos on how I do some of my sign stuff. Yes, yes, for sure. Okay, so I just push it through. Yes, you have to visit me when you're feeling better. Or better yet, if you're doing really well, I'll have to get us some Olive Garden takeout. We can have that. Because I don't think it'd be a good idea for you to go there, but I can go get it. And then you, me, and my mama could have Olive Garden. Oh, that would be good. Oh, thank you. Okay, so see, I just use this and put the wire through it just like it's an actual little sewing needle. And then I can go right through the mesh. Yeah, we'll have a little treat to help get you through. Okay. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's so pretty. It's heavy. That mesh, the poly burlap mesh, it's thick. But it is so pretty. All right. So it comes with this. So we're gonna pull it apart. I love to pull these things apart because then I can get more out of it. This is pretty. This is a pretty big thing of florals. Okay. All right. These two pieces will just pull out. Okay. There we go. So see, we can cut these two in two different pieces. Boy, that's pretty thick. Okay, so then we have this, and I like to spread my pieces apart. We can cut this into two pieces. I like to cut them into lots of pieces because then I have more stuff. See, and when you spread them out, then it has more impact. So what I like to do is hook it like that, make a little hook, get glue on it. Okay, and I'm gonna glue it to the ties, those little ties, because they're very much like evergreen pieces, and they'll glue very well to that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna split these. This is cute. This got little leaves. Okay. Let's put some over in here. That's pretty. This one's got a lot. when you're putting things on a wreath like this, you want to let them stand up. Let them stand out from the wreath because it's going to look a lot better. It's going to look really cool when it goes outside and it's blowing in the wind. That's what's going to make it look cool. I love the purples too. I did close the warehouse. I did. Yep. You know what it is? Do you remember the room that I started in? That's where I'm at. I'm in the guest room. I'm back in the guest room. I think it's kind of funny. I've come full circle. I don't really care though. I'm still getting to go live. It doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't matter to me where I am. Just as long as I get to go live and hang out with y'all, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, I just got to put my family first, and thankfully I'm able to do that. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. Let's get that in there. Isn't that fun? Oh, that's so fun. Look at that. That's going to look cool outside. Okay, let's make a bow. Okay. Kind of have that hang over just a little. There we go. Okay. All right, now here we go. So this is the velvet. So velvet's just thicker, right? So that's all the real difference is that it's just a thicker ribbon. So if you've worked with some thicker ribbons, that's what it's going to be like. If you work with some of those designer ribbons, then you probably will have worked with something that either had velvet in it or felt like velvet. Okay, so let's do like 12 inches. Okay. Toss that in the floor. I just like to toss it in the floor. So we'll do 6 inch. There. Okay. 6. So I'm just coming across, twist on this side. So you twist on the side opposite from the loop. Just like this. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So we got 3 loops. Alright, let's do a couple with this gray silver. Yeah, this is Stephanie's Wreath of the Month kit. So, this is her January kit. Carson, when he laughs sometimes, he just has the funniest laugh. It's so funny. I do enjoy being home, I will have to say. The whole reason I started my business was so I could be able to take care of my parents and my kids, and it just grew so fast that it kind of started to overtake. So I had to just reprioritize, especially since Mom is, you know, she's had a lot of issues. So, okay, I'm going to put this on the top. I love these pretty pastel colors in this. So this is just a 3-2-1 bow. Just a pretty. Nice, pretty, simple bow. Oh. Oh, on mesh tubing. Okay. So there's our indention. So you can see it from the bow maker. When you first pull it out, your zip tie is not going to be right where it needs to be. So you just want to slide it over, hold your hold your ribbon, and then keep it in that groove, right? You want to keep the ribbons in the order that they were so that they'll stay like you want them. Oh, your anniversary's on Easter this year? Okay. Yeah, we can do a lot of stuff with the tubing, the Deco mesh tubing. We can do a whole wreath with it. We can do little extra things to put in your wreath to do with it. We can put them in the bows. We can do a lot of stuff, so we'll do that. Okay. Hold on, I see you're asking, but let me fluff this out real quick and then I'll see what you're saying. There we go. Okay. So when you're fluffing, you want to make sure you get all those little pieces that are stuck in there out. That, so that they can fluff up really nice. See, like that. Okay. Signs, yes. So you can get my signs from RCL Signs and More. You can find it in my bio. But kits I don't have. But there should be a link for Festive Creations by Stephanie. So she's doing the kits now. Her kits are a little bit different, but she is. I don't have any kits. Oh, and then Cece, she's CB's Wreaths and Decors. She's doing sign and ribbon sets. So I design them and she sells them. So that's kind of what, you know, I'm doing with several people. Okay. So there we go. So that's where I put the bow, right here. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Let's stick that bow in. Okay. What are we telling husband? That your anniversary is on Easter? All right. Let's get y'all back up. And get y'all up. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, baby girl. Bella's like, what are you doing back here, Mom? I'm busy. Don't get in my space. Is that what you're saying, baby? When I come back on, I'll show y'all the sign and ribbon sets I made for Cece to list. Okay. All right, y'all, that was fun. So I will be on again Tuesday at 8. So Tuesday at 8, I'll be on again. I probably will not be on tomorrow, although I'm going to go get some supplies to start some of my Friday projects I want to do. So, yep. I found a new Dollar Tree and I want to go check it out. All right, so make sure y'all follow and subscribe. Make sure you're hitting that bell icon on YouTube so it'll tell you when I'm going live. And on TikTok, make sure that you follow so it'll let you know when I'm live. All right, y'all have a great night. Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you guys for sure on Tuesday, if not before then.